He's so old school, he doesn't know anything about technology. That's one of the disadvantages, too, of me not being able to go, is when I went with him, I got pictures and videos of things, and now I don't go, and he does all kinds of work. So I can't get, the before and afters, and he doesn't remember.
But he's good at it.
Oh, he's one of the best. And I'm not saying that just because I'm his wife. I mean, I've watched, there's only one person I say is better than him, and it's a friend of ours. And he's fast, he's pretty accurate, occasional slips here and there, but mostly accurate, fast, really good. And I go for him anytime, one of them two anytime. And actually, the one I say is better than him, most of the other companies get him to climb for them.
Oh.
So he's that good. My husband is pretty slow with it. He likes to think everything out and overthinks things sometimes, I think. But, that's a good quality in some ways. But it takes longer. This tree probably would have been done about an hour ago. He's probably about an hour or two behind.
I'm not in a hurry. Are you?
Nope. As long as, you take your time, less mistakes.
Yeah.
And
I'd rather he takes his time and not mess up the fence.
But he got trained by, most of the tree guys that have been doing this don't have any degrees. He doesn't have a degree. The guy that trained him was one of the few people, way back when all these guys got started, was one of the few people that did have a degree.
Oh my goodness.
And trained him.
Now he's going to pull the rope?
Now we're going to pull the rope. I was talking about the guy that trained you.
No, now I got to stop my teeth off. Some water, man. Ah, take the way. Let me show y'all something y'all ain't never seen in your whole life. You may, he ain't. Guaranteed.
Is there anything I can do for you?
I can give it a pull or something to help you, I'm all game. There you go. All right. Clear your lungs from the stuff, man. I couldn't believe how easy it was to break out those big branches with one hand. I was like, man, I was waiting to fall to get it down. I'm glad you took it.
Mine just fell on there.
Yeah, I know.
Right on the fence and everything.
Or even if the tree didn't go down, one of those big branches.
Sometimes in the winter, a branch come off a certain way, and it's hard to tell where it goes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because, they're really light.
Honey Bunch, sorry to interrupt you, but would you tell him about the guy that trained you? Alonzo, or whatever his name was? He had a degree in the, what?
Rigging.
Rigging and something else, wasn't it?
No, actually, he worked for Aspen Tree Company for 17 years, and they sent him to a school in Georgia for rigging. It's their school, and what rigging is how you set these ropes up. So you can get the most out of what to do. Yeah.
And he taught you a lot of the knots and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And he taught you precision cutting too, right?
I told him one time, I said, Lonzo, you teach me how to climb? I've been climbing about 5 years. He said, nope. I said, why not? He said, I can't, but I'll teach you what to do after you get up there. That's fair.
Now, didn't he have a degree in that other thing, or was that somebody else? I can't think of what it's called right now.
Oh, no.
Tree restoration or something? And he trained you some too, right?
He was an arborist.
Arborist, that's the word, arborist. And he trained you too, right? Okay, gave you tips, advice, education. So modest.
See that? Yeah. That there is not even tied. But it's just like having 6 men pulling on this rope.
And where did you learn your knots from, like that knot right there, and the one you have up in the tree up
I
there?
from Lonzo.
Okay. And what about the one up in the tree?
Oh, that's just something I come up with by myself.
You need a hand for that?
That works like a pulley. Have you ever heard of pulleys?
Yeah.
Like a block and tackle or something?
Yep.
That's the old-fashioned way when they didn't have pulleys.
Well, what they used to do is they taking just like have a loop right here and run this through here like that, and they put a stick or something here so that the knot doesn't get tight. But you can take that knot and pull it with the truck, and when you let go of it, it'll just all fall way apart.
Wow.
It's not even tied. Not really. It's just wrapped around it. It's just how you do it, and then you run the loop in there, and that goes around the tree, which pulls that other end right back around. And then somebody can, grab a hold of this and like pull that like that, or you can do it a little shorter and get a couple people. It really pulls on.
That kind of controls where things fall.
Well, yeah.
But the cut does more than that, right? That's why they call it precision cutting, precise cutting. A certain cut will make it do a certain thing.
And how you set your ropes up. Like, when I first started, I had somebody trying to teach me. And I used to like tie in and cut a limb right there. Well, you didn't go out to limb. Suppose you got a great big tree, and the limb where you need to cut it at is way over there where the corner is. So you got to go all the way up there so you have a pivot point. See, when you go all the way to the top of the tree, you go anywhere else on that below that you want to. Because you tie it in. But if you tie in right here, you try to walk out a limb right here, if you fell off that limb, you're going to swing way down there.
Yeah.
Where if you tie it in up there, all you do is then go back to the tree. You might not even go all the way to the tree.
Yeah.
Before it's going to catch up on the limb. And that's something that he always taught me. And anybody really knows how to climb, that's what they do. They go all the way up in the tree. And so they got that pivot point. I have somebody I work with that I trust pretty much on the climbing. I don't do a lot of climbing no more.
I was telling about Little John.
And him and I work so good together that most of the time it takes 2 or 3 people to do a tree, a big tree, and we can do it by ourselves. Because a lot of times what you got to do, you got to rope the limb, and then the limb might go way over here, and you got to have somebody over there to untie it. Well, I set my ropes up so I can just take the end of the rope and walk over there and grab a hold of the limb, and it's tied up so that you can just pull the knot out.
Sometimes it's safer that way too, because a lot of the ground people don't know what they're doing, and they can cause the limb to come back and slap the tree guy or make something bad happen.
I'm glad I'm not doing it.
It's a lot of, it's like mathematics or something, you know, there's a lot of calculation in there and all kinds of stuff.
You know that everything that you do, that's an art to do, there's a particular way that it really should be done.
Makes me think of shooting pool. Like how you gotta hit the ball and that ball's gotta hit the other ball in a certain spot.
See, that's called English.